the hole.
Much faster than the Falco. Looking much more for... And honestly, I would say Falco has maybe a little more like flexible combo game. A lot of Fox ends up being we're looking for up airs, and there you go. There you go. Chain 3 of them together. Not to mention the neutral air is amazing from the Fox. We see it from players. Obviously, first one that comes to mind is of course Light, the probably the face of Fox in at least Smash Ultimate, of course.
Let's see if Mr.
10 million Fox players in Melee.
I was gonna say. Yeah. The character's been around for 25 years. Yeah. Eventually, enough people are picking it up, and it's good.
Undeniably the best character in the game.
Mr. E on the back foot to get us going. So maybe, like you said, he stopped for a minute, thought about it, said maybe the Fox is going to be better than the Falco in the situation.
And we do have, like, Tilde will play the Fox. That is really their main secondary. And obviously, Fox and Falco be in the spacies, have slight differences, but do play somewhat similarly in terms of game plan. Big differences being, Fox is looking for a lot more rush down, tech chases, and of course, the combo game gets a little more linear just in terms of those up airs, where you're just trying to chain those up airs together in those early percentages. There it is from Mr. E. They will fall for their efforts, but it's another one of, I'm taking you down with me.
Listen, I think both players are going to be okay with that trade. Listen, you just make it into a two-stock matchup. Mr. E, the first one to open with the engage and the skirmish there. Putting a little bit of damage up onto Tilde, but the Fox has definitely showed a lot of prowess. I mean, it's a tie game, and Tilde has had the lead for a good portion of it, so maybe this was the pocket pick, that little shot in the arm that he needed to really get himself over the top.
Yeah, and hey, right, the Falco was already tried and tested today. We saw the results of that one. Make the switch up, and it's working quite well so far. No more 3 two-stock leads for Mr. E here.
Maybe they would connect there. And especially if you're Tilde, if you even lose the first game in this series in the Grand Final, you look and go, I have 2 more chances maybe. Or I'm not going to get a chance at the reset.
Good edge guard there from Mr. E. Goes just below. Throw out that forward air. Tilde back though. This is one thing about Fox. The ledge game is insane. Being able to control that. The Nair can cover a ton there. Down air. Down air often from Fox will lead to some follow-up, but I think just fell out of those last hits. Oh, the stage spike! And another 2-stock from Mr. E.
How many times is he gonna do? It's the same game. We just watched the same game again.
Yeah, and you know, how many times was it the Falco fire in the previous series that was exactly why Tilde got killed, got down 2 stocks. There was a game where I think all 3 stocks were in the exact same fashion. Taken in the almost the exact same fashion. You move over to Fox.
There we go.
If you move over to Fox, yes, the on-stage game changes a little bit, but other than the added length to your up B, it's almost the exact same move.
Yeah, and back onto the Falco, so back onto the OG preferred choice for Tilde, maybe just going back to that full level of comfort, backs against the wall. Listen, the Fox was a good idea. You played really well until you didn't, and then Mr. E just kind of outplayed you toward the end.
Yeah. Lucina still just proving to be a huge, huge pain point. Nice little counter to these spacies. Although Tilde here, racking up the percentages and starting to toss lasers out. Obviously, that's another difference between the two. The Falco lasers will just like micro stun for a second. They actually have hit stun, whereas Fox's lasers just rack up the percent. You can run through them all you want. They do shoot a little faster there. Uh-oh! Oh, the Ledge Invincibility saves them. Second that the counter comes through, Mr. E, that's going to be death. First stock over to Tilde. Wildly different from the Fox match earlier.
Oh, let's see if Mr. E can instantly find the answer, though. That is a lot of unanswered percentage, and all the good work Tilde did can very well come undone in a matter of moments, but nice job.
They end up off stage.
Yeah, nice job to reset there. At least sit for a second, maybe collect your thoughts, kind of reset yourself mentally, and get ready for the second stock to come through. And right now, just playing with that extra credit, that extra percentage, up to 132. Mr. E, we know he can and will find the angle, but he hasn't found it quite yet.
Yeah, it's been nice from Tilde, and we saw this in the previous set too. Kalos having the wall there will give you a little bit more survivability, not to mention using the wall jump just to shake up the recovery a little bit. Eventually, Mr. E gonna find the up tilt, get the stock back, and I mean, really not giving up too much.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad after, honestly.
Yeah, during the time they were down, it was 40%. Now a nice little rally and a string there from Tilde. We'll add another 40% to the total, 83 now.
Yeah, it was a quick double up, and
Oh!
Tilde moving and grooving this game, though. This is exactly what we wanted to see in the grand final. The Falco may be proving to be the best choice, and obviously the stage may have some level of impact as well, but the Falco, you can just tell the comfort is there.
Yeah. I mean, the stage really has impact only in the sense of there's a lower chance that the spike on the up B will kill, right?
Yeah.
You just have another chance to kind of try and get back to stage and heck that through, but that hasn't even been the kicker here. The big one has just been actually getting the combos through, not spending all that time on the ledge, and rolling a little better. But now Mr. E staying calm, allowing the side Bs to come through and just waiting to see where they land, batting them back off stage.
One stock left for Mr. E. Tilde in the driver's seat. Still looking to do a little bit more work. You got to fight your way back into the series. It was not going to be easy. He knew that coming in. I'm sure both of these players knew this would not be a free win by any metric. But Tilde is really putting it on him now.
Yeah, back to the ledge. Mr. E, just a regular get up. Tilde doesn't want to commit too hard there. Catches the nair. Mr. E, that laser is all you need for the last stock. I mean, even at that distance, maybe the up B wouldn't have hit, but the laser definitely solidified the win in that one to tie things up. Of course, Tilde in the loser side of this grand final, so will need to win a set and then the follow-up reset there.
Got a lot of games. He's got to think. That's the thing, too. He's got to think, like, even if I win this, it's got to go right back in and do it all over again.
Yeah, you got to kind of fight this demon of Mr. E, and you got to do it more than a few games in a row. 6 games at that, not to mention any ones that Mr. E will win in between, because that will happen. If this is going, I mean, we saw the sweep in the winners finals, but I think if this is going to a set that's going to go over to Tilde, Mr. E, it's going to be a 5-game set or a 4-game set. We are not seeing any, I mean, obviously you can't see a sweep now, but you understand the process, the thought process there.
It will be a barn burner is the point. We have been treated definitely so far. This is a better Mr. E game. The winners, losers on the overlay as well. Nice little touch. Just so we know if the reset is going to come through. We saw Mr. E with the early advantage. Tilde has done a good job to find a few answers here and back there. Want to play a little bit of edge control there. Send E back off to the left. Percentage is knotted up. And both players looking for the first stock.
Rolling this stage now. Oh, using the opposite angle and gets spiked just off the stage there. That's something that we saw them do on Hollow Bastion before. Having the ability to use that angle and you'll still actually slide up to the ledge. It's those little differences on these stages that are, you know, why we have stage counter picks and things like that. Strikes, of course. Get rid of the micro advantages for your opponent. I think, obviously, the craziest is banning stages on Steve because of what resources they get from the stage. It just, I can tell you, when I started playing, actually, like, understanding Smash and Smash 4, I never would have thought that would even be a
sentence that
like
came
a
out of your mouth?
Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah. I also didn't think I would be pulling up an RPG menu either, but
basically.
Just a fantastic game. Nothing really compares. There's nothing like it.
Natural evolution of the game. Mr. E trying to evolve the strategy a little bit. The Falco pick on game 2 definitely didn't catch him off guard, but it was a much better, more comfortable pick. Tilde has piloted it a lot better than the Fox.
Tilde just much more comfortable in this series right now. First game was all Mr. E, but Tilde has come back and is putting on a show.
comfortably got the lead right now, got the percentage lead, got the stock lead, not percentage lead, the stock lead right now up over Mr. E. Put in a little bit more work here, get Mr. E to 80, 90 before you drop that stock, and you might be sitting pretty for a 2-1.
That would feel good, get in that situation where you even can get to the reset. Especially after the previous series, this is a revenge match. This is a bit of a grudge match, it seems. Tilde, third game, heading over towards them. One more away from the reset.
That was a beating.
Yeah, completely different from that game one. A little similar to the game two, but much more Tilde favored there. Slowly but surely turning in their direction. And, you know, I talked about the stats previously. Yes, Mr. E has 9-5 in sets offline, but I guess 10-5 now after that winners finals. But there have been those sets, right, where Tilde takes it. A lot of those have been 3-2s. I think there was a 3-1 in there. The possibility is never out of the question. Just because, you know, a player's beaten you in the past, or you have trouble with a certain character, doesn't mean you can't make those adjustments. Exactly what Tilde's doing. First trying out the Fox, then going back to good old trusty Falco. Working out very, very well.
Going with the guy that got him here.
Yeah, literally.
One trick, obviously, even in the championship on stage, in the singles bracket, this has been the character that has defined Tilde's legacy, and definitely showing why they are one of the better Falco players that we've got, at least in this venue, probably the best. Definitely showing off against Mr. E right now. It was a quick 92% rack up for Mr. E before a big answer was really found.
Dunk. Can't follow up with the fair. Mr. E tosses out a hitbox to kind of deal with it. Tilde, though, still in control. Still finds the first stock.
Well, about that reset, huh?
Looks like we might be on our way.
It would be amazing if he was able to do it in 3-1 fashion as well and just have the complete reversal of fortune, able to turn the tides of war and completely make this one down to basically how the doubles ended as well. Mr. E, something about Mr. E and not being able to close it out in the first grand final might be a consistent trend that we see. Still a lot of game left, though.
Yeah, not over yet. Still using those different angles to throw off Mr. E, and it's working out quite well. No more just down air on the upbeat, down air on the upbeat. 3 stocks gone. It's a 2-stock win for Mr. E.
Yippee!
Has made those changes. Down air's still hitting, just not at the ledge there.
Tilde seemingly in control still, though.
Wow.
It's a full stock, but
Goes high from that.
ooh, well, maybe it'd be a quick answer. I mean, 137, the answer is probably right around the corner, but Mr. E, let's see how much work you can put in before that stock inevitably gets taken away.
There's the side B. Mr. E would need a very clean sequence here with little to no hits in between to take this stock. Something on the ledge could definitely do that, but Tilde makes it back with ease, just off the jump. That final hit.
More stock for Mr. E in the first grand final set, and then if not, we are running it back in a best of 5 to actually decide who is going to win it all. 72% on Tilde, 30 on Mr. E, the stock advantage favoring the Falco. Can Tilde close it out?
Mr. E just needs to not take so much percent every time they get touched or grabbed, whichever is going to actually start the combo there. At 70 now, it's just racking up from Tilde, and Tilde controlling the stage very, very well.
Yeah, the control since the Falco got taken back out has been sublime by Tilde. It's been his game and his sort of choice when the fights want to start and what kind of pace he really wants to put on.
That'll be
and
it.
We're running it back for grands.
1 best of 5 down. 1 more best of 5 to go. Tilde, you showed us you have it within you to actually take down Mr. E.
If the Fox doesn't come in, the way he just played, I could
definitely see
might
that.
have to take a minute now and think. And
yeah, Mr. E needs to make some adjustments there. Tilde has just figured it out. not getting caught at the ledge anymore during those Falco fires, not really just constantly getting, really just the gimps off the ledge have been
he got like
the biggest issue.
so hard in the first series, and then this time it felt a little more.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, in the first series, right, it was like 2 of those games were simply lost to getting spiked at the ledge and never actually switching up the recovery. Only time that they were really able to stop that in that one series was the game on Kalos, where you have just a little bit more options. Now, though, the reset is through. Set it back to zeros. Donuts on the scoreboard. Donuts on the percentage. As we get going, what will be the final 5 games of Smash Brothers for the weekend here at CECC May Madness.
Tilde played amazing in the first series, 3-1, clear, controlled win. The minute the Falco came out, it was a clean sweep. And it was a clean sweep. I think there was 2 stocks left in 2 of those games, and it was absolute domination for the latter part of basically that entire series. And now here we are, as we said, the last best of 5. Tilde and Mr. E trying to decide the best player at Fisher, possibly the best player on the team. A little bit of bragging rights, a little bit of cash in the back pocket, and a second championship on the day.
Yeah, would feel nice to grab that one through for them.
Not a bad day of games.
Not a bad day at all. And regardless, I mean, coming first and second in a tournament, yeah, you're splitting up that prize pot a little bit, but you're still leaving with some cash regardless.
We're still more than happy to be in that spot. And we did see Mr. E finally getting the first stock, finally getting back to what he does so well, chaining those combos together and putting that pace on Tilde. But the answer has been good. It has been clean, 100 up on E. Tilde yet to get hit until the last little flurry there. So both players trying to exercise some patience. Mr. E trying to put it forward a little bit more. And so far it is working quite well.
Yeah, now finally some platforms back on the stage. How Town and City goes, you end up just playing FD for a little bit until you get the switch up of those. Now, expecting Tilde to definitely take advantage of those, but Mr. E loves playing on the ground, loves playing underneath Tilde, just waiting to hit those up airs, maybe even through one of these platforms. Still with 3 stocks online, Mr. E, very, very different from the last series.
Yeah, just looking more like himself, I guess, so to speak.
Yeah.
I don't want to take anything away. Tilde actually, kind of made Mr. E play a little bit out of his comfort zone, I think, and maybe, I don't want to say caught him off guard because the pick is the pick. He knows he plays Falco, but just completely changed the aggression and how successful he was at the latter half of the last series. And 128% onto Tilde. Mr. E yet to drop this first stock.
Playing so just casual about it, trying to get back to stage. Finally, stray back air will find it, but instantly responded to, and it's back to a 1-stock lead. Mr. E holding out hope to go up in this series once again.
2-1, 50% up on E. They're going to try to do some work on the ledge, go back to the lasers. Just going to try to poke and prod at Mr. E here and try to close that gap slowly but surely, and then start laying on those foots and those hands. Side B back to the right side. Again, both players just, now you can see the patience and the slowdown.
I mean, after all that, Tilde only 30%. Mr. E, nothing really chained together here. No strings to be found. It's just neutral air, hit a fair, go back to a decent position on stage. Whereas Tilde, on the other hand, anytime they get a hit, especially if it's that up air, you know there is a combo to follow. Nice way to catch that jump at the ledge.
This is still anyone's game.
100%.
Tilde at 58, E at 0.
Tilde did a great job of keeping this stock close now.
Yeah, the game could have gotten out of hand very, very easily.
Very quickly.
And it looked like it was going trending that direction after the first stop where it was like 60, 70 to 0 and Mr. E was kind of in flow.
Yeah, wants to send Tilde off as much as possible. Wants to really trying to force him to use that up B as well.
And for Mr. E, you've lost 3 games in a row. So if somehow you lose this one and in this fashion, that's 4 losses in a row in the grand finals.
Yeah.
With some of the shadows and the nightmares of Friday night maybe creeping back into your head. when you ended up losing out on doubles right in that reset Game 5 Grand Final. But 133% on to Tilde. Mr. E still got to be feeling pretty good about his position, but definitely not safe.
Tilde, platform starts to go away, so eventually you got to give up your position there. Waits for it. Wow, it doesn't kill. The DI in the end will save Tilde, but not until the follow-up comes through. Up air to end up being the killing blow. First one, once again, goes to Mr. E, though this time actually against the Falco, which I think does bode a lot better for the rest of this reset series here.
Had to break that streak of losses.
Yeah.
Because even if you go down 1-0, then it's like, I've lost 4 times in a row. It's just like, just kind of in the back of your head is like, I don't know what to do.
Like, I don't know how to answer it this time.
I know what to do, but I can't do it.
The answers were there. The kills weren't really coming from any of the spikes or ledge guards that we were seeing before. It was all just different hits to be found mainly on stage. The up Bs were also finding kills in that one. Up B out of shield. Great option on Lucina as a punish. Tilde wants control early.
Whoa. Uh-oh. It's not high enough.
Yeah, I mean,
just
that early
took
on.
His time, have some fun.
Yeah, typically when I see a shield breaker, I'm exploding, but that's just going to mean 3%
10 seconds
in the end.
into the game, yeah. Like, that's fantastic. I wish I would have done it about 20 seconds later. Could have very well found a kill. I mean, guaranteed would have been a kill if the percent was higher. Tilde was locked up and stunned up for quite a while. And Mr. E continuing to push the advantage forward, trying to get the sword into flow state. Tilde obviously winning the reset before this. Mr. E getting his one back, finally picked a good time to do it. Broke up the Falco streak, but Tilde's breaking off Mr. E.
Last time this happened, Mr. E was able to just easily answer back. I think it was with that up B to find the kill. Now controlling the ledge and still unable to do, when it's not a 90-degree angle straight up, he doesn't know what to do. Mr. E just can't time the down air correctly, really. And Tilde no longer worried about that.
A little bit of game of chicken on the ledge there. The lasers and the alternating ledge grabbing. Mr. E just trying to get safely back onto the stage. Tilde having none of it, though. Only sitting at 12% and telling Mr. E, you are not allowed to own this side of the stage. I want to keep you exactly where I want, keep you in my wheelhouse, and then start laying out that damage. Both fighters going to go try to get center stage once more. 47-90 after the combo lands, and still 2 stocks apiece each.
Oh, look at the parry there. Follow it up with the down tilt. Gets Mr. E back off stage, and very, very slow one here. Wow, that just barely touches, but it doesn't actually find the kill. Still can't find the kill. The up B should make it back to the ledge there, yeah. Had the jump in the back pocket. Didn't burn that up earlier or anything. So you're back to stage with ease. Both players stood beside each other in the air, and I think we're waiting for the other person to air dodge, and nobody did.
So it's like, all right, we both do nothing. Truce,
it's like, all right, let's both land.
I'll see you back on the ground. We will resume the fisticuffs.
And now, this is how you play with that platform as Lucina. This is how you bring the game back into your hands for Mr. E.
Yeah, he was down like 85-something%.
And that'll bring him back to the ledge. Tilde, turn it right on Mr. E. You want to spike me? I spike you, brother.
There's
2
the quick
3-year
answer.
Dagestan and forget.
Training wrestling, you will forget. You will remember as well after the series. First engagement going the way of Tilde. A little bit of chip damage off to the left edge. Gonna try to fight for center control as Mr. E has been trying to do for a lion's share of the game. But Tilde putting together these combos once more, trying to get back that percentage lead. And a Mr. E 2-0 and a 1-1 series are a very, very different ball game. So both players have to lock in the rest of the way.
And at this point, I will say it, like, it's almost like percentages don't even matter in some of these situations because of how close these players actually are. There you go, the up tilt, that should kill just barely, but it cleans it up for Tilde. And man, a little bit of deja vu, Jobin.
Yes, sir.
Mr. E was up 1 game last series right before the reset. And now we're looking at 1-1 once again. Tilde figured something out. It's not going to be like a 2-stock lead or anything. It was down to the wire, but it's another game back to Tilde. And if history repeats itself, we could be seeing a 3-1 in the reset.
Yeah, history repeats itself. Mr. E, every single time he's had a 1-0 lead in the final this weekend, they've almost, even the UTA game, they start up 1-0, and that sucker came down to the wire.
Yeah, it was... I can't even... We can't start talking about the crew battle set again, because it's going to bring me back to it, the hype moments that were there.
But it tells you these two guys are built for the moment.
Exactly.
Nothing's going to scare them. They were up there in front of the whole crowd handling business. Now they're sitting side by side on the side main stage, ready to go to war for some cash, for some bragging rights. Let's see if Tilde can continue this nice run, find another answer, take a series lead yet again, or if Mr. E is going to dispel those 1-0 demons and march his way to victory.
Casually sitting center stage. Mr. E, though, gets hit by a couple fares there, and now Tilde, who's got a little bit of control. Oh, interesting there. The roll to the right instead. Up there. Up tilt, gonna find a little combo there for Tilde.
Music's going crazy.
It really is.
I'm ready to start fighting someone, even though it's happy music. Are you amped up?
I feel like fighting someone is the opposite of what this would do to me. I'm ready to dance.
Yeah, I'm ready to dance, buddy.
Yeah.
Me putting my fists up and looking at you.
Put the dukes up.
Put
Mr. E
dukes
off
up.
stage. Finally, starting to punish that side B a little bit more. Obviously, when it's super close to the ledge, they're just going to grab the ledge. But when you see it so far away, you can actually get off stage and start fighting it a little bit there.
133 on the board for Mr. E. Tilde, you would love to get this stock quick, fast, in a hurry. Otherwise, the game could slowly but surely get out of hand depending on how it plays out the rest of the way. Both players flashing some shields, a little bit of flashiness, a little bit of having some fun, trying to predict some projectiles or at least maybe set up some sort of... You're trying to trap him in, bait him in, almost to say, you come to me and then I'm just going to launch.
Oh, that'll follow up well. Kill does come through. Side B up air. This is a very important game in the series, to say the least. Both players playing exactly like it. Mr. E down air has no follow-up, but putting Tilde's starting to hold the shield a lot more, which I think says something about how Mr. E is playing. Just a little more aggressive, but still waiting for their opportunities, especially to punish with something like that. A B nair at the ledge will kill Mr. E. Up a stock. And with very low percent to boot, Tilde now just wants to play at the ledge. Try to go deep for it. You know Mr. E is down there.
And it worked.
All it evens. Tilde, this is your opportunity to take the lead, coming all the way from losers. I say all the way, played a single series in losers,
Yeah,
but
all the way. What a 30-second drive up the street.
yeah.
If Tilde can grab this 2-1 lead, what goes through the head of Mr. E?
I don't know. That last
I'm here again?
that last stock is a mental destroyer, if you ask me. But of course, Mr. E stays very composed in this one. Literally chasing from ledge to ledge as they hit back airs and forward airs.
88 to
Off the
86.
ledge. Oh, look at the punish. So close to the blast zone, but will not kill.
Yeah, but we know Tilde likes to get a little bit
Side
aggressive
B,
out here.
there it
Oh, and he
is!
flips it and steals it, Mr. E. I thought that was going to be Tilde's shining moment, but no.
No, it was not. Tilde, kind of the opposite. We saw one stock where Mr. E might have gotten a little greedy there. Seemed like it was more Tilde in that situation. Wow.
Went for the throat and just empty-handed.
Yeah, the side B has the opportunity to stay in the game, but then just not ready for that up B, not ready for the tech there. It didn't look, I didn't see any red. I'm pretty sure it was techable, but man, you got to be on those with the reactions. And those up Bs from the Fire Emblem characters, they are very, very quick, especially Lucina and Marth.
And once more, possibly our last set of the evening. Mr. E up 2-1 over Tilde in the reset best of 5. Tilde won at 3-1 to get here. Mr. E has been dominant throughout the bracket. Tilde definitely making him sweat these last few games, though. We're getting underway. See if we have another Game 5 reset, just like the doubles tourney, until they try to go on that path.
Yeah, not gonna have double game or 2 Game 5s. I'm gonna confuse myself by keep using that terminology, but.
Oh, boo, 9 games instead of 10.
Yeah, boo, we want more Smash, Jobin.
Well, then go pick up Mr. E's controller and start messing with it. You could.
Imagine.
You could. For that much money, he would. That would be an altercation. It really be your own man.
Start having a fist fight on stream.
Really be your own schoolmates.
There's already a fist fight going on stream, though. Actually, it's more of a beatdown as Tilde very well in control of this game. Back on the Town and City. I'm trying to remember. I think Tilde did win the Town and City last time, although it felt like Mr. E had control for most of the game. I could just be lying right now. Yeah, it may have been one of like the closer ones where it was 1-1 at the end and the percentages were high and it was just Tilde executing when they needed to in crunch time. Not yet, or Tilde hasn't dropped a stock yet so far in this game, and you've already gotten E back up to 80 plus after maybe 1 or 2 more moves. It's been clinical, it's been clean, it's exactly what you needed coming into the Game 4 with no more room for error. Light comes through. Make sure that they get to the right distance so that you're actually snapping to that ledge. That, every time I think it should kill, it's the up air instead of the back air, which will just send off instead. Okay, both players fly up, but it's a KO. In the end, Mr. E, 140% though on this stock. Knowing Tilde, an up tilt into the follow-up is very, very close on the horizon.
Yeah, you've got to know that's probably what is in the back of the mind. Mr. E has to navigate this game very, very carefully. If you drop the stock too soon, it might be Tilde that can run away with this Game 4 and put you in another Game 5. And it looks like we may be just doing that. 1 more stock on Mr. E, and then Tilde has gotten us all the way the distance. Yeah,
I couldn't tell if that was trying to parry some of those hits or just a shield poke. I don't know if the shield was actually dropped or not. Nonetheless, it's a kill that comes through, and Tilde keeps the 1 stock lead, brings it back into their hands once again. Having the stock lead is so nice. You literally have a nice cushion to fall back on if you make a mistake, if you want to play a little aggressive, a little risky. Surprisingly, that does not kill. Wants to go back down. There's the counter, but it's not the spike. So they'll actually pop off the stage and be able to make it back up. Not until the up B was there. This could be the end of the tournament, but Tilde has something to say about that right now.
Yeah, 80%. Off to a perfect start. Tilde, it'd be a really good time to just clutch up and have one of those nice strings, those nice combos that you throw together, and then you can find the kill shot onto E. Is it going to be found here? Triple digits to 0.
Drifts away in time. EI to the left. Double laser. He'll grab that. That should be the kill, and it will be. Tilde, here we are. Grand Finals reset, Game 5 for all the marbles for first place for that big cash prize. 1 more game. This set specifically, the back and forth is insane. Yeah. Last one was Tilde City before the reset, but here,
down.
Mr. E has been back in it, back in form, and really making Tilde work even for the 2 games that they did win.
I don't even know who I think's gonna win. I couldn't even begin to make a prediction.
It almost just seems like it's just, I don't know, a coin flip at this point.
That's what I mean. Like I can't see like one thing that separates them. One of them dominates, then there's a close game. The other one dominates, back to a close game, another close game, and here we are.
Small Battlefield going to be the final stage. Final battlefield here, no pun intended. Early control by Mr. E. Still, great use of these up Bs. 2 in a row now to be able to punish a lot of those multi-hitting moves by Tilde, right? You're not trying to get that little auto cancel on him early. It's going to be kind of slow, fairly punishable there.
10 to 122. This is like the first series we saw earlier. This was kind of the story where Mr. E was just running roughshod over Tilde, doing whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted. 150 to 10. But you can get it all back if you lay some clean smash for the next 30, 45 seconds here.
I mean, literally, it takes 2 different strings started by an up tilt for Tilde to bring that back.
Yeah.
But back air from Mr. E. Finds that first stock. Wow. Stock lead is there. Looking to maybe try and finesse with a dunk or something like that, but I think Tilde at this point does not want to go off stage. Does not want to get too greedy. We've seen both players try to go for off-stage plays and immediately get it turned on them in this exact series here in the grand finals. So I think both of them definitely wary about that. Even Mr. E, who's been so comfortable using the down airs at the ledge, has kind of slowed it down in that department and would rather just sit on stage for some of these situations. No follow-up on that up throw, just a little too high percent.
It's getting a little rough for Tilde unless he can find the stock soon.
Didn't get hit by the laser, so the hit was actually good to follow up, and that will 100% kill Mr. E. I mean, you can try to float to the ledge in that situation, but ain't gonna do much for you. Tilde just waiting there.
Tilde has to boss up right now. If Mr. E is able to put together a massive combo and find the stock early, this game could potentially become very, very tough to play. Not gonna find it with that one. Back and forth center stage. Mr. E, though, really pushing the pace, controlling the center of the stage so much better this time around, and trying to make Tilde work blood, sweat, and tears just to get back on the ledge.
And no, but you can tell, too, Tilde is doing everything in their power to not use that up B in the recovery.
I think that was a flawless stock. I swear he was at 59
Might have been close
before.
to it.
Maybe I'm misremembering. I think I misremembered.
Regardless, Mr. E is locked in this final game. The edge guards are there, and that will be it. The champion has been crowned. Mr. E brings it back in the reset. A valiant effort by Tilde there. Not to mention going down, being swept in the grand finals, bringing it all the way.
He literally took like a victory lap inside.
All the way to a grand finals reset, but Mr. E, the clutch gene is there, and it's been alive and well all weekend with some of these players.
He's been